On E. Going to be a great matchup. Tight. Time for a little football. And Charles Davis.
Downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. To an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. As their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple. Packers, they're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught. 39 yards there. A big one.
It around pretty successfully, and look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early, and how about the last one, the big shot right there.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A look at the numbers last week for Dion Lewis. 17 carries, 108 for the yardage and the score, too.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The first carry for a former member of the Fighting Irish, Dexter Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On the jet sweep, here's Grant. And some room to roam now. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On second down, Williams. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. from the 29. Mariota, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 3rd and long here for Mariota, and that will be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well. Trying to make it 9 in a row. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Rodgers to throw once more. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this is right down the middle as he's in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it at the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Mariota to throw it. Complete. This is Lewis. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Montravius Adams coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down. It's Williams, able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now Crosby for the point after. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns, running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Got him. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Mariota. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down throw for Mariota toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Mariota now. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. Third down here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Mariota. Dumps it off to Lewis. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
Let's go, fellas.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, and it's the Bears who have the lead. Mitchell Trubisky has thrown a touchdown pass there. From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Kerryon Johnson. 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys have a 3-touchdown lead as we're about ready to go into the second half. And to get you through it, we give it back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 1st down, Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jimmy Graham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Again, it's Lewis. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Mariota now from the 50. And he locates Walker, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota, and Walker has it. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
It's caught by Davis. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Back now in Nashville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. A tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for him today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against him the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlepp Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it? They
really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they got an answer for it.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Man, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team. And keep the clock moving.
21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. Touchdown number 18 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's
she's on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. They call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Mariota sets up the screen to Lewis. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He's got Lewis. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rodgers throwing here. Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Here we go.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Again, it's Williams. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They go play action here on 1st down. This is caught. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Marcus Mariota and the Titans about to go on offense. He's been pretty good when he's had time. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dean Lowry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
One last shot now for Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Packers, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile,